Alright, so here's what I've done. I took the return hose off of that cap that used to plug into a similar cap just like this. Took it out, and if it's stubborn, what you're going to want to do is just slowly twist it to get that cap off. Now I have put in a, looks like, I don't know, 3/8 inch clear hose with a spring clamp onto the return line. And I haven't turned on the car, no need to turn it on, just want to put it in ignition 2 mode with the key and run this line into the bottle. It'll catch the old fluid. Looks really green to me, so I'm just going to empty out this reservoir and call it good. That looks pretty clean. All we're doing is just walking to the car, turning the wheel from side to side. You can see the fluid is coming out as I turn the wheel. Side to side. And looks like it's almost empty. Looks good enough for now. Alright, so we've emptied out both reservoirs. Actually, I thought I did, but maybe some fluid. No, yeah, it's empty. And the ABC is also empty, so that's closer to getting disconnected. And before I do this, there's one other step I want to do first, though, is a little bit of liquid spilled all over, and might as well clean it up a little bit. It dripped all over this thing. So a little bit of cleaning goes a long way. Let that drip off and clean. And the next step is we need to go under the car. We want to take off the central cover. What I want to get to is right over here on the driver's side. Alright, I'm going to pause the video and come back once I get this cover removed. After removing that rear transmission cover, and right over here I got this little pipe. I want to open up this little bolt right here to loosen up this line. This is the high pressure line going to the pump, and by releasing this bracket, that'll give us about 3 inches of clearance for this line to go further to the location on the new pump. This needs an E10 Torx. Loosen that up, and now we've got a lot of play here, and this can push up and go about the additional 3 inches that we need. Alright, now we can go topside and continue with the project. Alright, so 10 millimeter is what we need to open up the top mount on the reservoir. Just gotta open it up and take it out. Okay, so the simplest thing we had to do to get the reservoir pipes disconnected is move the spring clips from this in here. This one connects to here, which circles around to the ABC, and for the power steering, this one plugs into this elbow. Move the spring clips and then work these out. They slipped right off. The connection here at the reservoir is a bare. We'll do that later after removing the reservoir at a later time. So I undid those now. Now I can work on those two bolts at the bottom here and down there under that hose. I'll work on getting some better lighting also so we can see further details as we progress. All right, next step, we're going to loosen up the bolts on this pulley and then remove the belt. So you need an E-Torx for this. And you want to loosen these up while it's under tension so it doesn't spin around. This will remove the large pulley. Alright, these things are loose enough I can do it by hand. Alright, so you get your tensioner tool and it's got a little pivot adapter. This is 3/8 on the main bar with an adapter that goes to 1/2 inch. And you want a 17mm socket, deep socket on that. You put that in there, you position it in this way, and it will allow you to release the tensioner, just like so. By doing that, you can then undo the belt from this top. It'll give you enough slack to work it out of this pulley. Now we're ready to remove the pulley. Just wiggle it out. And that comes out. You don't have to do this, but it'll give you some space to remove other parts. Alright, so we're working on the secondary banjo bolt. There we go. So this should be the connection that I loosened originally with that bolt on the bottom. Oh, but hey, I can loosen it by hand, so that's even better. There it is. Take it right out. Keep it somewhere safe. Take this out. Put it in a bag. Seal it up. And I hope I didn't drop something right now, like a copper crush washer. Don't know if I did, but I'll take a look and see if we can see it somewhere. Alright. Next is this one. The 19. Nobody shows this to you in their videos. They always just kind of skip ahead of this. It's the simplest thing, but it takes time. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. If you got a faster way, please comment. Tell me what I did wrong. That's all it is. Just, oh, there we go. Got it out, just like that. This is why having that magnetic pickup is really important. Just hold on to it so it doesn't fall off into Never Never Land. Next step is to undo the ground cable. That's easy. Use the magnetic pickup just to make sure you don't lose something. That might be an aluminum bolt, so I don't know if it'll really help. Alright, and as the ground wire is out of the way, this is the next one that we got to do, this banjo bolt in the back. I think it's a 19. Yep, it's a 19, all right. That one's gonna be a tough one. All right, guys, so here's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to get that last bolt, or the second to last, of that brace that goes into the engine block. It's underneath the exhaust. This is what it takes, how you have to position your hand kind of as a support to hold your ratchet with an extender and the Torx socket on it. And then you just slowly turn it like this. I undid one plug for a spark plug to give me some space, and it's literally 1 or 2 clicks each time. That's all you're gonna get. You just gotta keep constant pressure on it to take it out. So it's not easy, but it's doable. Just keep clicking it. I want to give a shout out to Brendan Green of Element Gold. This guy does it for SLs and other Mercedes. His videos inspired me to want to do this and even get the CL500. So Brandon, thank you. And Anderson with his crazy C63s. Thank you. Your videos are awesome too. Alex from Legit, thank you. Please put more Mercedes content. I don't know how long this damn bolt is, but it just doesn't want to stop. Alright guys, so the battery just crashed on me but I got it out. This is the way it sits. The bolt is like that, and this is what you try to get in there with. So you literally have your hand underneath and you kind of guide this onto it and then turn slowly. It's the only way to do it, just like that. Use this bar to guide your hand, find that, and turn slowly. And that's it. And this is again an E14 Torx to do that rear. All right, now what I discovered about my car is after doing the front too, this thing moved loose, so this rear bolt is not connected. So now what we have left is one more bolt. Let me get you close up so you can see it. See right there. This bolt right over here is all that's left. So I gotta fish something in there really tiny to get it. Okay, so for that rear one, just a flex wrench, and this one I think is 13 millimeter. Let's confirm in a second. This gives you enough space in here to open it up. Of course, this is probably going to fall down there anyway. And so I'm pretty sure this is a remanufactured pump, just by the way it's painted, and doesn't look like they had all the bolts in there. All right, so that last bolt came out, and now my pump is free. Just a matter of taking her out. Make sure we don't want to drip oil anywhere, although it probably all came out. This is the beast right here. There we go. Huge, what a pain, but yeah, the new pump is about that big. We're going to show it to you in a few minutes. So I'll work on putting that thing in. That's so it'll be a wrap probably for this video. Please like, subscribe.